Hi, good evening everyone. So as discussed, this video tutorial will be on benefits of using bar graphs or pictographs. Now there are many benefits, but we will focus only two of them, and those are very basic benefits. So let's take an example where we have this table that shows information of sales of some vehicles. Suppose let's say buses or car or trucks from a showroom, and we have two columns in this table. We have months, May, June, July and August, and we have a column of year, that is 2016 to 17. So between 16 and 17, this table shows us the information of the sales of buses from a particular showroom. So in the month of May we have 800, in June we have 500, then 700 and then 900. Now, if we have to represent this information using pictograph, how will we do that? So let's suppose that this is a pictograph where this one image or picture represents what? It represents a bus, and one image represents 100 count. Okay, remember that's a very basic thing of pictograph. So in order to draw 800 buses or any vehicle, if in the month of May there is the sale of 800 buses, then how many images or pictures will have to draw here to represent this count, that is 800? Of course, will have to draw 8 number of images. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that will make 800. Similarly, for the month of May, we have 500. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pictures. For July, it's 700. So 7 pictures. For the August, we have 900. So 9 images or pictures. So this is a representation of this particular information in terms of pictograph, using pictograph. Now, let's draw the bar graph for this table. And let's take this as the bar graph for this one. Now I have used MS Excel to draw this in order to save my time, but you can draw this bar graph using even your rough hands. You can draw this using scales and all. So we have these two lines. On this horizontal line we have months, and on this vertical line is this count for the year 2016 and 17. Now if you're thinking that what's the benefit then in between of using bar graph or pictograph, if you can see that while drawing the bar graph we are only using this rectangular bars, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar and the 4th bar. So using 4 bars, rectangular bars, we can draw very quickly. We can display this information using bar graph. But in order to draw the pictograph, first you'll have to choose the image, okay, and then you'll have to draw those many images or pictures to represent the count, and that's really very time consuming. Now if you're thinking that, hey, that doesn't convince me because I don't think that it's going to take a lot of time, okay, so for me this is a benefit. But if you're not convinced, then let me show you another example, and after looking at that example you will also be convinced that yes, bar graph is going to save time, and in fact we can show multiple information using the same bar graph. How? So let's take the same sales information for the month of 16-17, for the year 16-17, then 17-18, then 18-19. So these three tables show us information of the sales of buses from a particular showroom for the months May, June, July and August, but for 3 different years. And think that if you were asked to draw the pictograph for each of these tables or the years separately, like you did here, now imagine how much time will it take. You'll have to draw these many images for each of the years, right? Like in this case we have this one. For this table you'll have to draw the separate pictograph, for this one the separate pictograph, for this one the separate pictograph. Now you can think that, hey, yes, that is going to take a lot of time. So Is there any other way that we can save our time? Can a bar graph save our time? Yes, the bar graph can save our time. How? So if I combine these tables in a single table, that is the information that is being shown to us using these three tables is being merged into a single table. Now, if I have to draw the pictograph for this one, right, it can be drawn like this. This is the pictograph for this table. Now you can see that same two lines, one is representing what? Year, one is representing what? The counts. In this case, we have the counts here, right? In these three tables, it was all separately, but in this one table, we have merged all this information in a single table. Now, this particular blue one that is being shown here is for the year 2016 and 17. So all these blues, right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is for the years 2016 and 17. That is for this one. So you can see that for 300 we are here, for 500 we are here, for 400 we are here, and for 600 we are here. Similarly for 2017 and 18, that is this color is being shown by 2017 and 18, and then the next one, that is this color, by 18 and 19. So this information that is being shown through this through the table has been drawn here has been displayed here or represented here using a single bar graph. A single bar graph where we have merged all these three tables into a single table, and then even if we do not merge these tables into a single table, we can still draw them. You know why? Because we have the same columns. Like for the months, we have same month, May, June, July and August, May, June, July and August, May, June, July and August. And then for year, it's 16, 17, then another year, then another year. What we can do is we can add a caveat, or we can put a note that this color and this color and this color is for different years or separate years, and then we can draw the bar graph. Now, don't you think that will save our time? So this is a 2D representation, two-dimensional representation. Now, if you are in a 6th standard grade, and if you don't know about what is two-dimensional, three-dimensional, don't worry. Just when you will move to higher classes, then you will learn more about geometry. There you will learn about 2 dimensions, 3 dimensions. 2 dimensions means that any object that has only either a length of, imagine that you have a rectangle, and rectangle is having length and breadth. But in case if you are having length, breadth and the height, imagine of some cuboid shape, any object, that is actually 3-dimensional. So why I'm discussing about 3 dimension? Because if I take this one, I'm sorry. Okay. So for this same table, now like this was 2-dimensional, you can see that our bars were of 2 dimension, they have only height and then this breadth. But in this case, we have length, breadth and height. It's actually, you can see that this bars are different from this one. This is a 2-dimensional, but this one is a 3-dimensional. Okay, another 3-dimensional can be drawn in this way. Now, of course, I have used MS Excel. This can be drawn using your rough hands, but it will take a lot of time. My point is that though all this information will not be asked to you, such questions will not be asked to you in your grade or standard. My point is only to tell you that why bar graphs are better than pictographs. What are the benefits of using bar graphs or pictograph? Now, I tried to show you using this example of the sales of buses. Now imagine if you were asked to draw the pictograph for this table, and for this table. Now you can say that yes, it would have taken a lot of time. Whereas using the bar graph, we can very quickly draw or represent this information using bar graph. this is two-dimensional, then this is three-dimensional bar graph, and this is another three-dimensional. All these, whether it is three-dimensional or two-dimensional, they represent only same information, that is this one, the sales. Only way of their representation is slightly different. So these were the two of the main benefits of bar graphs over pictographs.